like Sleepy. Sleepy was the Long Island company, Plainview base, I think.
No, Hicksville. Beth,
It was originally
Beth
They
Page.
moved to by Grumman,
Yeah.
and they were bought by that Texas company Mattress Firm.
Yeah.
And Mattress Firm took over all the. It's like Mattress Firm is the worst name of a company I've heard of in my life.
Yeah.
Their logo's ugly. The name is stupid. At least Sleepy's a great name, and they have the best tagline for the rest of your life. That's fantastic.
And you know who's taking
fantastic?
You know who's taking advantage of this now? PC Richards. Have you listened to their commercial? That
they sell beds now,
no,
right?
They sell beds. We said we're going to stick to our name and known who we're known
I
for.
was just going to agree with you on that.
Really?
Yeah.
The Sleepies for the rest of your life.
It's the
How great is
greatest
that
because
slogan?
you and I know
The
you
double
keep your
meaning.
bed forever.
Rest
Right, and
of
rest
your
is
life.
sleep. I think it's the
I'm with
greatest.
you, Chris.
Oh, I'm so angry when I see Matt. I'm like, Mattress Firm, I hate you. And I'm already. And then today I find out Celino is suing Barnes.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Celino is suing Barnes.
Yeah.
What's going
Yeah.
on?
Wow, really?
So that began a conversation with some friends of mine at work where it became, all right, what's the best jingle? Celino and Barnes, injury attorneys, Cars for Kids. I mean, Cars for Kids takes the cake for me. I mean, I'm a Cars for Kids. But then the other guy was saying that his kids love the O'Reilly Auto Parts store. I'm like, that's kind of
I'm a big one
out there.
1-800 mattress.
1-800 Mattress is good. Craig Ferguson still does that
Hasn't been around
today.
in a while.
No.
What happened to them? Leave off the last S
It's for savings. Yeah, I guess they got bought out by someone. But now Craig Ferguson's on radio now, and he says whenever he has to give the phone number out, he goes like, and our number is 1-800 mattress, and they're like, no, actually not, Craig, it's not. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever it is, because everyone remembers 1-800. Leave your S off for savings. Meanwhile, if you dial a phone number, it doesn't matter. It's only 7 digits. Exactly. You can put so you can put 7 S's.
No.
It's going to stop right there.
Don't put 0. You could get the operator.
That was and you remember that 1-800 mattress. And but I just can't believe Selena was still in Barnes. That's just terrible. It's like the Beatles break it up.
Why? Though?
It's the commercials are everywhere. You can't escape
Radio.
those people.
I'm saying why Selena was still in Barnes.
They're saying fraud and whatever. Meanwhile, the guys apparently, if you read up on them, like 10 years ago, one guy got like kicked out of the bar for like a year. The other guy got fined, but was still able to practice. And you know where their firm is based? Buffalo. You know, it's like Buffalo. They started a national firm out of Buffalo. So So, but it's like it's going to be so weird because you'll have Celino and you'll have Barnes. Who are you going to go to? All right, who do you get in divorce? Right? Who gets Celino and who gets Barnes in the divorce?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. So.
Yankees lost 3-2. Sanchez hit a ball to the outfield, and they threw Ellsbury out at the plate.
The
now, Yankees lose 3-2.
Now, has anybody watched the A-Rod, Jeter, Bob Pisani CNBC interview?
I heard about that.
It is the most 5 minutes of uncomfortability you will ever see or hear in your life.
Yeah.
So they were doing the BTG, it's a charity for a day, where this trading firm, all their proceeds go that day to charity. And that day they had, it was all tons of celebrities and pseudo-celebrities. And they had A-Rod and Jeter in the same place. So Bob Pisani from CNBC, who I go back way back from my NYSE days, he's interviewing them, and they put A-Rod and Jeter together. Yeah. And Pisani, and he's only starts asking them about their relationship. Like, so are you guys good now? Because there were days that you were friends, and then you're not friends, and the two of them are next to each other. And it's like, yeah. And so then they're like, really? This is what you're asking about? This is what you want? You know, you want to. And now it comes out today that Jeter was livid that he was even going to be next to A-Rod because they just don't get along. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I heard A-Rod stuck up for Jeter.
Oh, wait, A-Rod's playing with house money. A-Rod is dating J-Lo now. Yeah. A-Rod is a Fox TV analyst. A-Rod's still being paid by the Yankees. A-Rod won the Battle of New York. Jeter's got to go buy a team in Florida now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of thing. And I'm almost shocked. I'm kind of thinking, because Jeter's firstborn is due any day now.
Yeah.
Part of me still doesn't think he's going to show up on Sunday. He's going to say, oh, she went into labor. It's down in Florida, blah, blah, blah. That's why he put out that video today. I don't know if you saw the Jeter video he put out today. It's almost like he's setting the stage for that he won't be there on Sunday. And I don't think the Yankee game on Saturday gets played because it's going to be stormy. It's going to be very stormy on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I guess the ceremony's at 6:30.
Yeah.
So that should happen because I think it's going to be drier that time of day.
The A-Rod one last year was perfect. That was kind of an A-Rod type ceremony, you know.
Oh, it rained, and the daughters came out, and it was one of the things. Look, we got to honor you, but we don't feel right we don't feel good doing it, but we have to. And then it rained. It was almost like a baptism. Like, all right, wash us clean of our sins, Lord. You know.
That's funny.
And now A-Rod's dating J-Lo because the answer is of course. Of course the two of them are dating each other. That it took them this long is crazy. But of course. And he's getting paid as a full-time Fox analyst while he's being paid as a full-time baseball player, which he's not playing, but he's still getting paid as a full-time player.
What's he getting on Fox? He's getting like $1 million a year.
Yeah, a couple million. And it's not one of those things where, if you were getting paid as part of baseball, they would take it out of docket from the other salary. That's, no, this is on top of the baseball salary because it has nothing to do with the baseball salary. So he'll have to commentate and pass opinions on the Yankees, who are technically his teammates, right? And so...
Did you see that
good gig.
Tony Gonzalez left CBS Sports to be with his kids? Now, he signed a contract.
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez left CBS to leave because Phil Simms needed a job. That's why Tony Gonzalez...
That's what they did that year?
Yeah, and then they're like, wait a second, now we got too many blonde guys. Let's see. So then they go and get Bart Scott's been let go. Do you see who they're bringing in?
They let him go?
Nate Burleson.
Who's that?
He was a wide receiver with the Vikings and the Seahawks for 13 years. He was a very good special teams guy.
I didn't know football can get so political.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. They let Bart
Seems
Scott
worse than
go?
over here.
Bart Scott can't wait to be let go.
Really?
And
I thought he's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought Bart Scott is good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
so
really
now,
good.
but Burleson apparently he's an NFL Network guy as well, and the NFL Network guys seem to be like the NFL really likes the NFL Network guys. They're probably like, you're taking this guy now, And
then you have to guess that if this don't work out with the Giants, that Brandon Marshall is next, right? The next one, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Unbelievable.
He has to be.
Before I go, one thing. I was by Massapequa Park train station last week.
Did you have an IHOP waitress bring a knife, pull a knife on you?
I didn't go. I had to go. I had some business in the neighborhood over there.
Ah.
And when you park over there, you gotta have a pass. You can just park.
You gotta have a pass unless you go to the Village Hall there and buy a one-day pass.
Oh, really?
But what you should do if you're going to have some business over there, take the train, you should drive to Seaford and you could park in one of the lots over there without a pass.
This is like a one-day thing.
Yeah. If you go to Village Hall, opens up at 9, you can buy a one-day pass.
To park in the town? Including the train station?
The train station. No, just the train station.
Oh.
Yeah. The train station has a commuter lot where you need a pass. And then they have merchant parking, which is a merchant has to have the pass like if you work in one of the stores. Yeah. And then they have... shoppers parking in the lot, but it's like 2 hours because they don't want commuters parking there for 7-9 hours.
If you just park in the street and walk like far away.
Yeah.
People do that
park
too.
in the street. Yeah. Well, I've started working from home on Fridays, and there's a brunch place in town there called the Jam, where occasionally I'll go with my wife, and there'll be days where I can't get a spot, like as a person looking to go shopping or going eating at the brunch. Because Congressman Peter King's office is over there, right, same block.
Oh, that's a busy office now.
And then there's a lot of protesters, so the police set up with their, the barricades and all that kind of stuff.
Unbelievable.
All I know is last night I had to deal with the Long Island Railroad coming home.
Forget about it, right?
And it was I was sick all night. Like I had a migraine, and I just sick to and I was a sardine. I was just a sardine. I've never been so packed. I've never been so packed. And then it got really funny because for whatever reason, there's like this, I don't know, like early 30s woman who holds up. We start moving. They only let one train move up after 4 o'clock, and she holds up this video. And it's a kid doing stand-up. I could say the kid's like 12 or 13. He looked like, Will Smith. No, what Jaden Smith, right? That's the boy, right? That's Will Smith's son and Jada Pinkett's son. And he's doing stand-up. And he's like 12 or 13. The kid was really funny, but she's holding the phone for 12 minutes until we go through the tunnel and out of the tunnel by Long Island City and everything. There's 50 of us in the vestibule. And she goes... I just got said, and then it finishes, and I'm like, please don't play anymore. And she goes, and she just announces to all of us. She's holding it like so we can watch it the whole time. She goes, a friend just sent me this. I figured you don't want to see it. We're like, what made you think we wanted to see a video of some 12-year-old dude instead of who was funny, but who cares?
She can go play that in the Oyster Bay
I
branch.
know, it was like crazy. It was nuts. Like, what is going on? Where am I? You know,
What time did you wind up getting home?
Well, what I did is I played Russian roulette because I figured I took a train that was going. I had to be home because they had they were going to have the swim team was having their awards dinner,
Right.
and so I had to be home for that, and that was going to start at 6:30.
Right.
And I said, worst comes to worst, I took a train. I'll take it to the train there was only one train afterwards, and it was going to stop at Mineola, which is where the hospital is, and Farmingdale, which I can get a pickup from.
Right.
And I said, let me just get on this train. And then I'll get to Jamaica, and if it has a train going to Babylon, which had to be a train from Brooklyn to leave, I'll get off. And I'm like, all right. And then I said, okay, you must be in the first 10 cars. The last 2 cars don't platform.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, am I in one of the last 2 cars? Because it would be my luck to get to Jamaica, see there's a Babylon train there, and not be able to get off.
Right.
But I wasn't in the last 2 cars, so I got off. And then 2 minutes later, the Babylon train came, and I was, oh, thank God.
You know what? You should check for Hundreds Point Avenue. Take the 7 train.
That's what they were. They were cross on. They always say the subway is cross honoring the tickets.
If you take, because people go to Atlantic Terminal, right? But you don't forget, Hundreds Point Avenue goes too.
Yeah.
How about if you drove to like Jamaica and hopped on the F train?
Well, you can drive to Jamaica, but where are you going to park?
Jamaica Estates by Midland Parkway, Hillside Avenue. There's a lot of parking.
Well, 179th Street.
Yeah, a lot of parking over there.
Yeah, it's just that. But there's just so much traffic that
It's
getting
ridiculous,
there.
right? You got to leave early in the morning, right?
Yeah, like I did today. Like I drove to the hospital this morning, and it was like just hit the Meadowbrook, and I actually wound up going on the Wantagh just to get off the Southern State. It was like,
Did you use the garage in Mineola to go to Manhattan
Here's the
after?
interesting thing. So I did. So last Wednesday, I ran into my neighbor who works inside the building at the hospital. He's actually the physical plan. He's like, hey, I can't help you medically, but I run the mechanical engineering, and I know all the security. He got me a parking pass. So for a week, I didn't have to pay anything, which the first day, last Wednesday when this all went down, I spent $24 in the garage. So it was like, so... Then I had the pass the next 7 days. It expired today. So this morning I parked in that intermodal, the train station, which is $6 a day, which you can't go wrong with. I was like, this is perfect.
Cheaper than the hospital.
Exactly. So I parked upstairs. And I walked over, and yeah, absolutely.
And if you go into what do you call it? Not Long Island. Which the other one?
North Shore,
Northwell, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, over there.
Which Hofstra just graduated their first medical school class.
$9 an hour to park in the parking lot. Can you imagine that?
Ugh.
It's crazy.
I remember when I was in college in Indiana, and we had a kid in my section. We took him to the hospital. He needed stitches or whatever, and he was from Connecticut. And all of a sudden, I drove up to the hospital, and I'm thinking, wait, you can park at the hospital for free? And he's like, what, they charge you where you live? I'm like, yeah, they charge me where I live for
You got to give a reverse mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do.
It's Curtis Lewa likes to say.
That's funny.
All right, guys, I'll talk to you next week.
All right, Richie.
Listen, I hope your mom feels good.
Thanks
okay?
so much. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
Thanks, Rich.
Bye.
Cheers. All right. Thanks, Richie from Shirley's. This is Sports Talk every Thursday evening, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tristan Hamilton, KJ Brooks, Mark Talkie Dukovsky, Chris Muldoon right here on 90.3 WHPC Sports Talk. We're talking sports as fast as we can, going at it as hard as we can, or it's us,
Go ahead, KJ.
We're on it all like Tova.
Yeah.
I can't trust the opinion on this one.
Oh, God.
I need your opinion.
Selena and Barnes. Sorry, they've broken up.
The game?
Should I go
No.
To the game?
To the game.
Absolutely. I think I told you that like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, you should go.
I'm just afraid that I might pay all that money and they don't show up.
That's
You
true.
can enjoy the weekend in Boston.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
I don't know if it's going to rain there.
That's what you're going to... Come on, man. Just do that.
Do that. It's a bucket list kind of stuff. Like I knew somebody who went to the Derby this weekend instead of playing softball. I was like, yeah, it's bucket list. You got to do it. Call, you're on Sports Talk.
Hello, Chris. I hope Mom makes out well.
Thank you, Dave.
I know we all do.
How was your? Who was your pick for the Derby last week? Well, in retrospect,
No, I had the winner.
You did?
I gave the winner out the Tuesday show and then the Thursday guy.
Nice. I would have thought of you as a McCracken guy.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Just because you want to say it a lot.
I did delight the gentleman last week in the John DeSilva story. Remember that?
Yeah.
The guy that was on the Daily News for 38 years, and then you interviewed him that one night, and he got fired.
Yeah, that's right. That is true.
Sweep under the rug, Chris. Don't worry.
Yeah, that was true. We had what was that? It was John DeSilva, right? Was he with the Post back then, or who was he with?
I think
That's a great.
You're probably right.
That's a great story about this. Another trivia question about this sports talk show. One time we had this guy John Da Silva who was with the Post forever. He was their horse racing guy.
You did, not me.
I had him on the Thursday night, and he was let go by the Post the next day, which was like the day before the Belmont or whatever it was, or the Derby. They decided to like outsource their writing. So the last thing he did professionally was be on the show with us, and he was so excited, and he was like, "Yeah, you can read my stuff tomorrow." So, you can't.